Why did John record the exact number of fish as 153? Not about 100, not a large number, not the net was full, 153. If you've ever read John chapter 21 carefully, that detail almost feels unnecessary. The disciples have fished all night and caught nothing. A man stands on the shore at dawn and tells them to cast the net on the right side of the boat. They obey. Suddenly, the net is so full they can barely haul it in. And then, John tells us, they caught exactly 153 large fish. Why does that number matter? Because in Scripture, details are rarely accidental. This miracle happens after the resurrection. Jesus has already conquered death. Peter has already denied him. The disciples are uncertain, disoriented, unsure what comes next. And in that fragile moment, Jesus meets them in something familiar: fishing. But this is not just a breakfast story. It is a commissioning story. The first night, they caught nothing. Hours of effort, skill, experience, empty nets. Then Jesus gives one simple instruction: cast on the right side. And the result is overwhelming abundance. That contrast is intentional. Human effort without Christ, nothing. Obedience to Christ, overflow. But still, why 153? Some scholars throughout history have proposed that this was simply an eyewitness detail. Fishermen often counted their catch. Perhaps John remembered the number because it was astonishing, but others believe there is something deeper. In the ancient world, Greek naturalists such as Oppian believed there were exactly 153 species of fish in the sea. Whether that number was scientifically accurate is not the point. What matters is that it was widely accepted in the cultural imagination of the time. If there were 153 known kinds of fish, and the disciples caught 153 fish, then symbolically, they caught one of every kind. Not just a net full, a complete net. And that begins to sound less like a fishing report and more like a metaphor. Earlier in the Gospels, Jesus told them, "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." Now, after the resurrection, he gives them a catch that could represent every nation, every tribe, every category of humanity, a universal harvest. The number may be telling us that the gospel is not limited to Israel, not limited to one culture, not limited to one language. The net will hold all kinds. And then there's another detail John refuses to skip over. The net did not tear. If you remember Luke chapter 5, the first miraculous catch of fish, the nets began to break. The boats nearly sank. But in John 21, despite the weight of 153 large fish, the net remains intact. That difference is deliberate. Before the cross, the system strained. After the resurrection, the net holds. Some early church fathers saw the unbroken net as a symbol of the unity of the church, a diverse, global body, yet preserved by Christ himself, not torn apart by its diversity. The weight is heavy, the mission is massive, but the net does not fail, because it does not depend on human strength alone. Now let's go deeper. The number 153 is also mathematically interesting. It is what mathematicians call a triangular number. If you add all the numbers from 1 to 17, the total equals 153. 17 itself carries symbolic weight in biblical numerology. 10 often represents law or order. 7 represents completion. 10 plus 7. Order fulfilled. Completion realized. Again, we must be careful not to stretch symbolism beyond what Scripture supports. But the early church loved this kind of layered meaning. To them, numbers were not random. They were aesthetic, intentional, structured. There is even a Hebrew phrase, Beni ha-Elohim, meaning sons of God, whose numerical value in certain gematria systems totals 153. Whether John intended that exact connection is debated, but what is clear is this: From ancient mathematics to early theology, believers have long sensed that this number is not accidental. But here is the most grounded way to understand it. John was the only gospel writer to include this detail, and John's gospel repeatedly emphasizes intentional signs. He tells us he has selected specific miracles so that we may believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God. So why record 153? Because this miracle is not about fish. It is about mission. Peter had denied Jesus 3 times. In this same chapter, Jesus restores Peter 3 times. Do you love me? Feed my sheep. The fishing miracle frames that restoration. Peter drags the net to shore. John specifically says he dragged it himself. This is prophetic imagery. The fisherman who once labored in failure will now labor in obedience. The man who once collapsed under pressure will now carry a global mission. And the catch he drags represents the harvest to come. The book of Acts confirms it. The gospel spreads beyond Jerusalem, beyond Judea, beyond Samaria, to the ends of the earth. The net expands. The fish multiply. But the mission remains Christ-directed. And notice something subtle. The disciples do not know it is Jesus at first. But when the miracle happens, John says, "It is the Lord." Recognition comes through obedience. Sometimes you do not recognize Christ's presence until you obey his voice. And that brings this ancient number closer to you. Have you ever worked all night and caught nothing? Effort without fruit, motion without progress. John 21 reminds us that success is not random. It is responsive. It follows instruction. The 153 fish are not a formula. They are a testimony. They testify that Christ's authority extends beyond death, that his mission is global, that his church will hold, that obedience multiplies what effort cannot. And perhaps the most comforting detail of all is this: Jesus is already on the shore when they arrive. He has prepared a fire, bread, fish. The miracle was not to feed him. It was to restore them. The net full of 153 fish was not about profit. It was about purpose. So is the number symbolic? Possibly. Is it mathematical? Certainly. Is it intentional? Absolutely. But the deepest meaning may be this: nothing in your calling is accidental. Not the empty nights, not the overwhelming moments, not even the precise number of fish in your net. The same Jesus who directed Peter's cast directs history. And the harvest he is building is bigger than one culture, one nation, or one moment in time. 153 fish, a complete catch, an unbroken net, a restored disciple, a global mission, and the one standing on the shore, sovereign over it all. If this deep dive opened your eyes to how intentional Scripture truly is, make sure you subscribe for more biblical explorations like this. In the next video, we're going to examine another small detail in Scripture that carries massive theological weight, and most readers pass right over it. Stay curious, stay grounded in the Word, and remember, even the numbers are telling a story.